Hello, friends. Thanks for joining this lecture. I'm sure you've heard of design thinking but wondered what is it and how can you leverage it for your organization. If that's the case, stay around for the next 10 to 15 minutes as I'll be walking you through the basics of design thinking and its applications. Before we jump into today's topic, a brief introduction about myself. My name is Sukhbir Singh Sethi and I'm a digital transformation consultant. I work with companies to create and execute their digital strategies. I conduct digital strategy and design thinking workshops across India, Asia, and the United States. I come with a strong technology background, having worked with companies like Cisco and IBM for a good part of my career. I have also worked as an academic in the University of New South Wales during the early part of my career. In my current role, I also work with startups across multiple verticals in the digital transformation and customer experience domain. In today's lecture, we will cover the basic definition of design thinking and why is it relevant in today's age of digital disruption. We will then walk through the steps involved in practicing design thinking methodology. Lastly, we will look into a couple of application areas where companies can leverage design thinking. So, what is design thinking? Design thinking is a human centric approach to solving problems with a designer's tool set. Let us understand this with an example. A designer who wants to design a particular thing or an object would take three important considerations in his tool set. Who am I designing for? That is, who is going to be the end user of that thing? Come up with creative solution choices and prototype a design which suits the aesthetics to get feedback. Design thinking is a methodology which takes that tool set used for designing things and broadly applying to problems in education, healthcare, governance, and business. Design thinking is based on two key concepts of divergent and integrated thinking. We have been taught all our life to think convergently in our approach to problem solving, that is, to converge to a solution from a given set of existing solution choices. However, design thinking takes a different approach of divergent thinking, that is, to first create a lot of choices and then narrow down or converge to make those choices. The other concept is about integrated thinking. We have a tendency to break a complex problem into multiple parts and solve them individually and then maybe bring it back together. Design thinking encourages us to solve a problem by balancing three different constraints simultaneously, that is, user desirability, what people want, feasibility, what technology can do, and viability, what can be sustained in the long term. Design thinking provides a sweet spot for innovation where all the three constraints overlap. Why is design thinking relevant? Let's now look at why design thinking is relevant in this age of disruption. Pre-internet companies focused on building products and services. There was a lot of innovation happening around infrastructure technologies at that time. Large companies like banks, insurance companies, airlines, and telephone companies offered products and services using these technologies to build an advantage for themselves. With the adoption of mobile technology and smartphones, companies like Google, Amazon, Uber, and Netflix started focusing on delivering a great experience. Customers started expecting similar experiences from their interactions with all brands. Technology, which once favored the large corporations, now started shifting the balance of power in the hands of consumers. These digital leaders shifted the focus from products to customer experience with desired outcomes, thus creating new opportunities using digital. On the other side, companies which are fixated on products and are unable to leverage newer digital technologies will be digital laggards and prone to disruption. Design thinking methodology can be a strategic innovation tool to help these digital laggards bridge the expectation gap and start providing customer focused products and services, thus creating new sources of value. We now look into the basic design thinking methodology. Design thinking has few key principles practiced in 5 basic steps. It always starts with the human end user in mind, with empathy phase to get more context around the problem. This is done with ethnographic research, shadowing, user interviews, persona and journey mapping workshops. In the next phase, problems are reframed with the newly discovered insights about the human user. The ideate phase is all about creating multiple solution choices by involving stakeholders from diverse areas. Solution choices are then narrowed down for rapid prototyping and testing with a build to learn approach. This process is repeated for multiple iterations. If you closely look at the first two phases, are exploring the problem space to make sure we solve the right problem, and the last three phases explore more of a solution space to ensure we solve the problem right way. Let's take a look at how design thinking can be applied in your organization. There are many different ways in which design thinking can bring value to an organization. Sample applications could be using design thinking as a strategic tool to encourage innovation or improve customer experience or design better products and features. We look at two important applications of design thinking. The first application is a customer journey mapping exercise which used to map the customer journey through different phases of product discovery, onboarding, consumption through the lens of emotions, thoughts and feelings, questions, experiences, pain points and improvement opportunities. These customer journey mapping workshops are highly participative and bring different functional groups together to break the silos. These workshops are very popular with companies having an existing product or service. Design sprints explore the solution space with a series of time boxed activities to shorten the learning process by testing ideas without any development and launch of products. Design sprints are very popular with the startups who want to test ideas before the actual launch. Thank you very much for your time. Please provide us your feedback or reach out to us for any questions or clarifications.